What if you could run Google Ads with just $10 a day and still book real paying clients? The secret isn't spending more, it's spending smarter. So when it comes to Google Ads on a small budget, it's all about focus and strategy. If you don't know how to spend smart, your money can disappear really quickly. So in this video, you're going to learn how to make the most out of a small Google Ads budget. So we'll cover how to structure your campaign so that your budget doesn't get spread too thin, why it's smarter to focus on just one service, and how to pick keywords that get high quality leads without blowing your budget on clicks that won't actually convert. A lot of business owners that I talk to when they're running Google Ads on a small budget, they start by throwing the whole kitchen sink at the wall and seeing what sticks. So they'll start by running a search campaign, a Performance Max campaign, shopping campaign, a display campaign, and all sharing the same small budget. And they hope that they'll be able to see which campaign works best and then focus on that one down the road. The issue is that running too many ad campaigns on a small budget is kind of like turning on a garden hose and poking 5 holes in it. Each stream is too weak to do anything. But if you plug those holes and focus on one strong stream, that's when you'll start to see it work. So if you've only got $10, $15, maybe $20 a day, the last thing you want to do is spread that budget across 5 campaigns. So you'll want to start with one campaign, and I do highly recommend that campaign be a search campaign. This lets you have more control over your ads and the keywords, where they're being shown, and what search terms they're showing up for. That way, your budget can build up some pressure, just like that garden hose, and actually make an impact. So point number 2 is, why is it smarter to focus on 1, maybe 2 core services that you offer rather than all of them? But first, let's talk about ad groups. Generally, you want to create different ad groups within your campaign and base them around each service or theme of service that you offer. For example, if you are an automotive repair shop, you may have a general ad group around the car repair near me, mechanic near me type of keywords. But you also offer a wide range of services like oil changes, brake repair, engine repair, maybe collision or window. And typically you'd want all of those different themes to be in different ad groups. So if you are a business that has multiple services, choose maybe 1, 2 to focus on at first. And I would make these your most popular services or the ones with the highest search volume. The reason why you only want to focus on a few is similar to why you'd want to start with one campaign. Having too many ad groups can spread your budget really thin and make it so that none of them actually perform. A real-world example of this, I'm currently working with a home contractor that wanted to promote his garage renovation services in a few different locations. So we initially started with 4 different ad groups, and we separated them by themes. So one was a general garage remodel, one was flooring, one was doors. And we found that in the early days, there wasn't any conversions coming through. So we recently turned off the lower performing ad groups so that we could focus his entire budget on one. And as soon as we did that, we started to see a significant increase in the amount of conversions he was getting. So the key takeaway being that when you're working with a small budget, it tends to be better to start narrower with the amount of campaigns you're running, amount of ad groups, location targeting, and then opening it up from there rather than starting really broadly and narrowing it down. On to point number 3, how to get better quality leads. And that all comes down to keywords. And I feel like every video I've touched on just how important your keyword selection is to your ads. So hopefully it's finally starting to stick with you. But this is where most small budget advertisers lose their money. So don't go after broad, expensive keywords. You'll end up paying for clicks from people who aren't even close to being ready to hire you. So instead, use long tail keywords. And a long tail keyword is a phrase that has 3 to 5 words in them, and they do tend to be more specific, they cost less, have a lower competition, and they bring in a better overall fit for your lead. You can also use Google's keyword planner to find which keywords have lower competition and a better overall cost per click. So you can use this to create a strategy on what keywords to use based on your budget. So instead of bidding on the keyword roofing, go for something like roofing repair near me or emergency roof leak repair. Like I said, long tail keywords tend to have a lower cost per click and lower competition, which basically means you get more leads for less money. Now here's something most people will forget. negative keywords. Even if your main keywords are great, Google doesn't always show your ads to the right people. So you need to regularly check the search term report and clean it up. If you're showing up for competitors' names, job searches, or how-to articles, block those by adding them as negatives. These people aren't ready to purchase or aren't ready to purchase from you, and this helps Google learn who your ideal client is and who it should be showing your ads to. So I had a client, a podiatrist, whose ads were showing up for all kinds of unrelated medical terms that they didn't treat, or other clinics and other doctors. So we started to build out their negative keyword list, and suddenly those calls stopped. And Google started using their budget to go after the right kind of searches, which started to bring them in better quality leads and more of them. So now you've got all the right strategies in place for running Google Ads on a small budget. But what if you're already doing all of this and your ads still aren't working? There could be something else going on inside your account, and in that case, you'll want to check out this next video, where I'll walk you through the biggest reasons your ads might not be converting, even if everything looks right on the surface. And if you're still not sure what's going wrong or just want a second pair of eyes on your account, I do offer Google Ads audits, so just check the link in the description to request yours and I'll take a look personally.